So this is not only the highlight of Hubei Province, but also the highlight of China.
Whole China.
So that's why we call it the eighth wonder of the world. Okay, called the stone bell. Oh Marquis of Zeng. That's his chime bell. We found in the central chamber of the tomb. So this is the heaviest and the biggest set of a bronze bell we found in China so far. This is the biggest one in China. Okay, and as you can see, it's divided into three rows. Okay, the upper row, the middle row, and then the lower row. Okay. Because
arrangement of this instrument was just like this?
Just like this. Because when we open it, it's just like this. Only 3 of them falling down on the ground, and the rest of them, they are hanging on the rack. Hanging on the rack, okay? So the original, you know the...
Is this original?
Bells, let me tell you, all the bells, they are original.
Okay.
And you see the rack. The rack looks very new. Actually, it's a reproduction, it's replica.
Okay.
Because, do you know how heavy is it? 5 tons. 5 tons.
5 ton.
5 ton weight.
One bell?
All together.
All together, 5
5
ton.
5 tons.
So it's very heavy. Just in case one day the original rack will break. So that's why we made a new one. We made a replica. So they are hanging on the L-shaped rack. So actually, it needs 5 people to play it. 5 people to play it. 2 people stand in the front, holding a long wooden pole to strike the lower row of the big bells. Dong, dong, for big bells. Okay, for the big bells. Okay, and the 3 people stand behind of the bell, taking a wooden mallet to strike the upper 2 rows of the bells. So that's the main performance of the bell. Ding, ding, ding. That's for small bells. Okay? And the most marvelous things of this bell is each bell can produce 2 different tones. Normally, in your memory, 1 bell, 1 tone. That's very normal, right?
Yes.
1 bell produce 1 tone. That's very normal. But this second bell, each bell can produce 2 different tones. So if you strike the mid of the bell, it will produce 1 tone. And if you strike the side of the bell, it will produce another tone.
Can we listen to that tone?
There's the video. You can buy it in the gift shop.
And available there.
We have
Available there is in computer type. You can be played.
Yes. And the vibration frequency of the bell is very close to today's international standards. And the composite scale is the same as today's C major 7-tone scale. So the range is very broad, although it varied on Earth about 2,400 years. It still can be played in Chinese and Asian, Chinese and Western, Asian and modern music. So we play it 3 times with the original one. We played 3 times with the original one. First time, in the summertime of 1978, when we found it, when it was unearthed from a tomb, we made the test whether it can make the sound or not. Okay, so that's for the first time. Okay, for the next year, so it was 1979. So 1979 was the 30 years anniversary of founding the People's Republic of China.
Yes.
Because China was founded in 1949. So 1979 was 30 years anniversary for founding People's Republic of China. Okay, so we play it for the second time. Okay, and third time, Hong Kong. Do you know Hong Kong?
Yes.
So when Hong Kong handed over to China in 1997. So the original bell was delivered to Hong Kong International Exhibition Center. So it was played for the 3rd time. So as you can find out, so this set of bell only shows up in the very important occasion in China.
Important opinion. Okay.
So actually, this is the original one.
Original.
We made a several set of replication, the reproduction of the bells. One set is in Beijing, one set is in Beijing. So when our president have some meetings or conference with the leaders from different countries. So after conference, sometimes they have a conference. It's a performance after the conference. So the highlight in the performance is this bell. So this is not only the highlight of Hubei Province, but also the highlight of China.
Whole China.
So that's why we call it the eighth wonder of the world. Okay?
It's eighth wonder of world.
Eighth wonder of the world. Number 8 wonder of
Number
the
eight.
world. Yes. Okay. And also you can see all the bells carry musical alphabet, musical temperament. Altogether, they have a 3,755 character altogether on the set of bell, on the whole set of bell. 3,755 word on it. Okay, so they are telling us how to play the musical instrument, how to play the bells, because they have each of them they have a musical alphabet, musical temperament.
And the modern Chinese musician,
Yes.
can they understand those 3,700?
Very good question, because
Yes, they can
have a
understand this language?
No, they have a translation
Oh.
with the expert. They have
How
expert.
translation?
Because they have a word on it. They have a word on it. Word.
Can they
Birds on it.
Yeah, and
Yes.
The expert understand, archaeologists, they understand those words. We, for ordinary people, we don't understand.
We don't understand.
Yes, archaeologists and the expert, they can understand it. So the translation, they can translate it into modern Chinese.
language.
Modern Chinese.
And they have developed
Yes.
the new music tones
Yes.
by following that.
Yeah.
More than
This is
3,000.
about 2,400 years ago. The piano only has a history about several hundred years, but this is earlier than that, much earlier than that. So because it can be played in Chinese and Western and Asian and modern music, because there's a set of
These are the original.
this is the original. There's a set of a reproduction of the bell is in the Hubei Provincial Museum. So they have a performance not every hour, 3 times a day. So because today it's already finished, so we cannot see the performance. When there's a performance, they have a performance for those bells, for the bells.
But at which time in the third time? You said 3 times in a day.
Yeah.
3 times they have performed.
Performance, but you need to make the reservation before you come here.
But
Yeah.
if it is possible, please.
But you can find a video in the gift shop. So it's or WeChat.
If possible,
No,
no,
we want to
TikTok.
live see.
TikTok, you can see.
No, we want to listen live.
We want to listen live.
Also, let me tell you, because maybe you will ask me, how do you know the date of the tune? It's about 433 years old. So let me tell you, please check the bell in the central.
Center. Okay.
It's very different from others, right?
Yeah.
There's a bell with 2 dragons on the top. So this bell, the name of this bell is called the Bo bell. Bo
Huh?
bell. So Bo bell, the name.
Bo bell.
Bo bell.
Bo bell.
On the Bo bell, they have 31 Chinese inscriptions.
Like Bo
very
bell.
ancient word. So this inscription told us this bell was the gift from the king of the true state, as it's a gift from king, and the king sent this bell to the Marquis of Zeng as a gift. Because we know the date of the king, so we know the date of the tune. You understand me?
Yes.
And also, how do we know the name of the tune? It tells us a very important information, because we found out lots of weapons. It says, for Marquis is God's use, for Marquis is internal use, for Marquis is majestic use. So the name of a Marquis of Zeng repeated more than 220 times in the tune. So we make sure this tune belongs to Marquis of Zeng. So we know the date and we know the name from people. Okay? And come with me this way.
Yes, we are always No problem.
Called the stone bell.
कैलीग्राफी भी है, उसके अलावा जो पुराने पुराने
哦，我知道了。
敲的。